This is part 5 in our grade 8 equations, and what we are going to do here, we are going to check the solutions to equations. Let's look at the examples. We're now going to use substitution to check whether our equations are correct. This is wonderful because this is the only part of algebra that you can make 100% sure that what you have done is correct. Let's have a look at the worked example. We had this before, so what we did, we solved this equation. So what we said was negative 4 minus p equals 10. We needed to get rid of the negative 4 here, so we add 4 on that side, and if you add 4 on the left-hand side, you must add 4 on the right-hand side. So we've got negative p equals 10 plus 4, so negative p equals 14. But remember, your variable always has to be positive, so we are going to divide by negative 1, divide both sides by negative 1, and then you will get positive p equals negative 14. So that is the solution that we are going to check. We are going to make sure, or we're going to check to see whether that is correct. It's very important to remember the left-hand side and the right-hand side must be from the original equation. So the first line of the equation I am going to write. I'm going to separate. So left-hand side will be there, right-hand side there. I'm going to replace the equal sign by this ruled line over here. So what did I have on the left-hand side? Well, on the left-hand side from the original equation, I had negative 4 minus p, and on the right-hand side, we had 10. P's value is negative 14, and remember substitution, I copy down the pattern, which is negative 4 minus, I use brackets for the variable, and now I'm going to pop in the negative 14. So p was negative 14. I will now solve that. So negative 4, a negative multiplied by a negative will give me positive 14. And if I have negative 4 on my number line and I add 14, I would land up at positive 10. So when I substitute negative 14 into the equation, I get positive 10. On the right-hand side, I didn't have to do any calculations. We were hoping to get both sides equal to the same number. If they do, then you know that your solution is correct. But you always have to write the following. Left-hand side, so therefore, left-hand side equals right-hand side. They both equal 10. Therefore, p equal to negative 14 is the solution. You have to write this down, and in a test you actually get marks for doing that. I need to just ask you to be cognizant. Say for example you calculated this and you got your left hand side equals 8, for example, and your right hand side was 10. You can clearly see that the left-hand side does not equal the right-hand side. It would be in your best interest to write left-hand side does not equal right-hand side. Therefore, p equal to whatever you had it is not the solution. So if your calculations were incorrect here, and you go and do the check perfectly correctly, and you go and write down that the left-hand side does not equal the right-hand side, you will still get the marks there. And what I suggest you do is you put a big star in the margin, mark it at the bottom of the page, come back. First you would check that your calculations here were correct. If they were, then you know that you made the mistake in solving for p in the first instance. You then go back and check that.